I don't think that the biggest problem with food today is what's in it. I think what the most important topic of conversation needs to be is what we have lost around the art of dining together and food in general. Food was always the most important. It was a part of everyday life. And somewhere along the way, we have become very, very efficient, yet we have become very, very disconnected. So we can get almost anything we want delivered to us right to our front door. We can have groceries delivered to us. We can heat up our dinners in minutes. And in many ways, food has never been easier, right? But in many ways, convenience has disconnected us. I do think it's worth asking the question, when we started to make food easier, what else did we lose? Because there's always a trade-off. People used to cook together, neighbors used to stop by, families used to gather in the kitchen, they used to help prepare the meal together. Kids learned recipes by watching and by helping. And the work itself created these opportunities for connection. And today we skip straight to the results. There is no effort involved. There is no connection around a home cooked meal. We get the meal, but sometimes we miss the whole experience that came from preparing that meal together. So I would ask you to think about some of the meals that you remember most growing up. For me, it's not always about what is being served per se on the table, but like memories about who was there, the conversations that we had, the laughter, the stories, the people that were always around the kitchen table. When people start to talk about family dinners growing up, they rarely describe the menu that they were eating, but they always remember the people. They always remember the feeling that was involved. They always remember the feeling of belonging and laughter. And I think that's because the meal is obviously not the focal point of the event. It's just what brings everyone together. It's a connection point. I always like to say that there are two things that bring everyone together, no matter where you're at in the entire world. One is a smile, and the other is a home cooked meal. Those two things will connect people no matter where you are, no matter what language you speak. We spend so much time arguing and fighting about organic versus conventional, or local versus imported, or fresh versus processed foods. And I think all of those conversations are important. But there is another form of nourishment that we are leaving by the wayside. And that is the nourishment that comes from us being together, from having conversations that aren't rushed, and from sitting across the table from one another with people that we really, really care about. It's about sharing stories. It's about feeling connected to something that's larger than just us. Human beings are designed for relationships. We're designed to gather together.